Hey guys, I was just wearing these. I want to put them on for a second just to show you. They're my JoJo Siwa blue light glasses that ignore my messy hair. I always loved glasses. I always loved how they look and stuff. And I'm going to actually try to fix my messy hair. So, give me, give me 1 sec. Okay. Then I'll explain what this video actually is. It's not perfect, but it's a little bit better, I feel like. I'm sorry, I put a million things in my hair. Whenever I am wearing squad stuff, because I always try to have a mixture of squad and Siwa. So whenever, here we go, I was loosening that up because it was kind of tight. So whenever I'm wearing squad, I always try to have a squad Siwa mix. But when I'm wearing a JoJo shirt, it's I got my JoJo shirt on, and then I'll have my squad bracelet on and squad earrings because I don't change my earrings out that often, and I'll have my squad tour jacket on. But because of the fact that whenever I'm wearing my butterfly shirt, which I'm wearing, love this shirt. I was highlighting the butterflies on it, and love the shirt. The shirt means a lot to me because it was kind of a birthday gift from the squad, and it was touched by the squad, and it means a lot to me. But I always try to have a JoJo bow in my hair, but since a really long time, a while ago, I decided to cut curtain bangs. They turned out actually pretty cute. I actually kind of like the look, but then I went, not the best choice for me, I feel like. I feel like they look good, and because of the fact that I'm a dancer and I like having my hair a certain way, they kind of just didn't work for me and what I like. Although they look good. So, but now, I don't have that problem anymore, but I have so many bobby pins from that phase, so I always have 2 bobby pins and one on each side, and then a ponytail. Because I do not like wearing my hair down. I'm the type where if I can do this and even see a tiny bit of hair, I have to fix it. Make sure you subscribe, turn on the post notification. I wanted to chat with you later on. I will probably film a video on a petite and pretty haul because I had to take down both videos because they both got really glitchy and messed up, and I'm gonna have to refilm it because I can't find the footage. I think I deleted the footage because at first there was no problem with the videos, and then they messed up suddenly. Don't really know what happened. So, yeah. But today's Valentine's Day. And, by the way, I never use my blue light glasses. They're supposed to, be for, when you're looking at, your screen or something, so, to protect your eyes from blue light. I don't use them for that. I literally have them just so I can, put on glasses every once in a while because I like the look of glasses. And these are JoJo ones, which I love. But anyways, I wanted to chat with you because today is Valentine's Day. A lot of people love Valentine's Day. there's some people that don't. Like, I'm sure there are people out there that have, like, had, like, a bad experience on Valentine's Day or something and, like, don't like Valentine's Day. I'm kind of the one where I used to love Valentine's Day and I still don't hate it. I, like, don't have a hate towards it. But now Valentine's Day is just kind of like, like, it's very basic and, like, not my thing anymore. I feel like, no, there is kind of a reason. And because 2019, the day before Valentine's Day, was the last time I saw my crush. And on Valentine's Day, I had an experience that, like, for me, like, for some people, it's not that big of a deal. For me, it wasn't easy, which was, I don't even know why I thought he would call. Like, that's my question. And that I'm, like, asking myself back, like, basically, like, the day before I gave my crush my mom's phone number, I had permission, and I didn't specify it was my crush. I said a friend. It's fine. Then, literally, first up, there were many flaws with this plan. Number one, I didn't specify phone number. It was just, like, her phone number without, like, anything saying, like, phone number or what it was. So he could think it's just a number, like a series of numbers. He could, like, I don't know. Also, second flaw, he had a girlfriend. So, like, there were just flaws. A lot of flaws. And so, basically, Valentine's Day comes, and I waited until until I knew he was, like, out of school, cause I listen and I kind of know, like, what time he, like, gets out of school. Or, like, I listen to every word out of his mouth, ever. So, if there was a word out of his mouth, I heard it probably. And then I'm gonna say something I never said before. Not a bad something, just like, I never said this before. So, like, basically, then, and so basically then, like, I was clenched onto my mom's phone. So, like, well, actually, no, it started with I kept going up and down the stairs every, like, couple of minutes because we lived with my sister at the time. And my room and my parents' room, because both of our rooms were upstairs. And I kept going up and down the stairs. It was like our rooms were, like, right next to each other, like. And so I kept, like, basically going up and down the stairs, and my dad knew why. Like, my mom was kind of, like, not 100% sure, but my dad knew why. Like, she didn't fully understand. And because my dad knew who I gave, like, the Valentine's Day card with her phone number on. Like, he knew that. And so, like, I'm about the, like, I want to say the 7th millionth time. I'm not even sure. Like, I lost track. I go upstairs and like, I'm like, and I kept going upstairs and being like, did someone call? Like, and the phone would ring. I would rush upstairs. Like, and, like, I want to say, like, the 7th millionth time, my dad kind of made things like he knew what was going on and stuff. And then finally, I'm like, can I just take the phone downstairs? And she's like, yeah. So I, like, grab her phone and I take it downstairs. with me. I'm sitting on the couch. Bella's sister is the only other person in the room, like, and I'm, like, clenched onto the phone, as tight as I possibly can for multiple reasons. Number one, I was really hoping he would call. Number two, I didn't want to lose the phone, and I want to show, I'm responsible with the phone, that situation. Because we had a second phone, we technically had 3 phones. We had one that was my dad's, and then we had my mom, and then we had, another third one, which was a practice, it was a track phone, but was a practice one. So it was kind of, in a way mine, but, because I was the only one that ever used it, but it was more for the fact that, we called it, the practice phone. That way, it was something that my parents, were in charge of. They knew what was going on the phone, all of that. But it was so I could practice and, kind of have something to prove that I'm responsible enough to, actually have my own phone. Although I didn't really get my own phone for, years. And I'll explain, I practiced on that phone, and then eventually, after, a little bit, my mom went, okay, you can have it, but, they still knew what was going on, so, not much, it wasn't officially, mine, it was kind of, mostly mine, but my parents knew what was going on. I'll say they still kind of do that with, my phone now, they're definitely a lot more trusting because I prove I'm responsible and I don't do, dumb stuff. So they, definitely trust me a lot more, but also I built up that trust. And I'm very responsible with it, but they still know, and stuff. So then, basically what happened was that, I kind of just, after a little bit, I kind of started, it started hitting me that he probably wasn't going to call. And I got kind of down about that. I really want him to call. I was going to tell him, all of this. And it just wasn't happening. And so I'm, literally, now think, Bella's sister is watching all of this. She's watching me, start to freak out because I'm, I want him to. So, literally, I set the phone on the couch. I'm literally, but still kind of in my hands. I look at it intently, and I just start whispering at it, please call, please call. And then she's he's probably not gonna call, and I'm not giving up hope yet. She wasn't being rude or anything, it was just kind of we kind of got to that point of where that was the answer. And then it was just a mopey day, cause he ended up not calling, and I'm if he's watching this, I'm not upset with you about that. And that I do wish he would have called because things would be a lot different, I feel if he would have called. But I'm real but I'm not upset with him. I feel I got upset with myself for a little bit because I thought he was gonna call, and then but it was more over the fact that he had a girlfriend. He's not gonna call. He's not the type that's gonna cheat or something. And I know him too well. That he's not gonna call another girl on Valentine's Day and flirt with her. No, he's not the cheating type. might I add, this was in 2019, so, like, I would have been, but it was, like, not quite my birthday yet, so, like, I would say I was, like, 12, almost, like, well, 12, like, basically, like, 12, so, yeah, like, but anyway, and what I mean is, like, he's not gonna cheat on someone, like, he's one of the good ones. And there hasn't been one day that I have ever seen him, like, react, like, badly or, like, blow up at someone. Like, I will admit, and I have seen him one time, kind of blow up at an adult, but that, he had every right to blow up at that adult, and I'm gonna explain that story real quick, which is, one day he, like, kind of screamed at an adult, but, like, he had every right to, if I were him, I would have done the same thing, probably worse. So, yeah, like, basically know what happened. I'm calling someone out, by the way, but it's fine, because it's fine. Like, this one time, it's fine. Basically, like, and I'm not giving names or anything, but, like, I was early for music class. I was in the room helping, and, like, the music class teacher, like, set up for music class. He was finishing up speech therapy, because me and him used to go to the same speech therapist. And because I was born deaf, and then had, like, operations and things, and then now I can hear and talk and, like, all of that. But anyways, basically what happened was that, she comes in with him, like, brings him in, and then that's kind of what would happen, is that, like, she would come in and with him, and then she would, like, tell the music class teacher a little bit about, like, how he was acting, like, that sort of thing in her class, because then the music class teacher would tell, like, his grandparents. This day, she didn't say anything to his grandparents about that, and I'm actually really happy about that, because that's the thing that I loved about the music class teacher. She was one of the ones that, like, she was fun. Like, she was fun and responsible. And that's what I love, is that, like, in that moment, she knew that he was not in the wrong. And she didn't make a big deal about it. And, no, and I'll say that, like, blowing up at, like, adults isn't, like, cool, but, like, in this moment, it was what needed to be done. So basically, he comes in, and he's in the back. Like, I'm kind of, like, standing where I am looking at the front, but I can kind of turn to the back for a second and stuff. And I look in the back, and he's throwing around the big bag chair, like, getting his anger out. And she's talking to the music class teacher. Well, today he's had an attitude, like, in this, like, really, like, not, like, kind of rude way. And I'm like, she's like, what are you talking about? And she's like, well, the music class teacher's like, what are you talking about? And she's like, yeah, he was, like, kind of rude, like, the entire class. I'm like, and she's like, oh, maybe he's just having a bad day, like, which is, like, I'm thankful that she said that, like, the music class teacher said that. And she's like, the speech therapist is like, well, he still shouldn't act like that. Like, literally, like, coming after him about having a bad day. And I'm, like, sitting there, I'm biting my lip. Like, so it, like, doesn't look like I'm biting my lip, but, like, I am. Like, getting so annoyed in my head, like, and he's in the back just throwing around the big bag chair, not doing anything, like, wrong, just getting his anger out on the beanbag chair, like, and then and she's like, should I go tell, like, his grandparents? And because, like, at this point, like, I don't know if they were there or if she was, like, gonna call them or what. And the music, like, all of a sudden, and he, like, screamed at her, like, no, don't. And she's like, I wasn't asking you, like, and I'm, like, in a rude way, like, I'm like, you can put things nicer, like, and then the music class teacher's like, no, he'll be fine in a minute, like, and she's like, are you sure? Like, and I'm like, at this point, I'm just straight up annoyed with her, like, wanting her to leave, like, and he didn't even really scream it at her too much, like, he got a little bit of a louder tone, but, like, he wasn't being rude there, like, I feel like I was more upset because she wasn't giving any specific thing about what he was doing, and I know her, like, very well, and she's a nice person. She likes to stick to a schedule, and when things kind of don't stick to that particular schedule, or, like, it makes things a little bit difficult sometimes, but, like, you know, like, it's, like, she's a nice person, like, I'm gonna say, like, that she's a nice person, and she likes to stick to a schedule, and it can be difficult when that doesn't happen, but, like, very nice person, like, and sometimes a little bit, like, difficult. And so I feel like it's difficult if you don't already really know her well. Like, that's, like, my thing is that, like, cause when I, like, was really little and, like, first, like, really started to be aware of, like, who she was and, like, all of that, like that, like, when it's, like, if you don't know her really well, then it's difficult, but once you really know her well and you know kind of how to work with her, then it makes it a lot easier and stuff, and, like, at this point, like, I'm thinking in my head, like, I'm, like, wanting to go run over and just give him a hug and be like, it's okay, like, you're in the right, she's in the wrong. But I didn't. I would have had some explaining to do. And so, like, in that moment, and then she's like, okay, fine, but let me know if you want me to go, like, get his, like, grandparents. And so she leaves the room, and he's just in the back, like, and the music class teacher moved on like nothing ever happened, and I'm like, if she would have stayed one more minute, I would have screamed at her and gone off worse than he did. He had every right to be upset in that moment, and I do not blame him at all for going off a little bit. He did the right thing. No offense to her if she's watching this. But yeah, so, like, there's, like, a lot of, like, fun memories that just happened to not be one of them. And then I will say it went really good for me because he wanted to be partners with me, like, all day. So that could be it for this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. I don't really like Valentine's Day as much. It's not terrible. I don't hate it. I just don't love it. It's too much as of right now. Peace out.